Good evening, Niseko. I'm Jeff Curry, and you are listening to Into the Mystic, a program where I talk about the power and mystery of the music that moves us. I'll be introducing artists that I've had the good fortune to know and make music with over the years. And today, I would like to introduce pianist, composer, Kevin McHugh. I've shared the stage with Kevin many times all over Japan, and one great memory I have was after the Sumida Jazz Festival. We hung out and we caught some lives after our set, and then we ended up hanging out all night just laughing and talking about music. So from that time, he's become a very, very close friend of mine and somebody that I really, really like to make music with. So Kevin is a musician that, to me, embraces the true spirit of jazz and improvisation. It's kind of a rare thing these days, in my opinion. He kind of reminds me of a very intelligent person that's not afraid to take chances and live on the edge a little bit musically. So I'll read a quote from one of his liner notes, actually the liner notes from the nariiki big band. And it pretty much sums up his musical philosophy. So Kevin states, "I do think there's a thread that runs through almost every piece, organized patterns drifting to or from chaos. Even though I didn't advertently plan it, at some point in almost any song, there are sections of complete free musical expression flowing in between semi-rigid structures or completely written music. I don't know why music has to go into or return back from chaos at all, but I'm very interested the tension that naturally forms between beautiful melodies, predictable grooves, against ugly, chaotic improvisations." So that is kind of, in a nutshell, I think, how Kevin approaches his music. And it's very refreshing because it's, in some ways, it reminds me of the early big band work of Charles Mingus or Eric Dolphy and people of that nature. So let's take a listen to Kevin's music. And this is from his Nariiki big band. And the album is called Next, and the song is called Dix. Okay, wow. That was Dix by Kevin McHugh and the Nariiki Big Band from the album Next. Yeah, that's great. Reminds me a bit of a modern version of like Charles Mingus, Let My Children Hear Music, using samples and stuff like that there at the end. And I really love when it breaks into that maybe a sax solo or a bass clarinet solo. I can't really tell. But anyway, I have to ask him about that. If you want to find out more about Kevin, you can go to his website, therealmchugh.com. So that's therealmchugh.com. TheRealmchugh.com. And his music is on all the normal streaming platforms such as, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and Amazon Music and all that stuff. You can find him. Just type his name, Kevin McHugh. All right. And I'll give you a little bit about his background. He's got a pretty extensive bio, so I'll try to keep it short. He's done a lot of great things in his career. Studied jazz piano and German at Oberlin College, the oldest music school in the United States. And he also studied piano and German in Germany as well. And he's performed in nearly 30 countries. In 2006, Kevin won a year-long Watson Fellowship to study the improvisation scenes of megacities in Brazil, Egypt, India, China, and Japan. From 2007 to 2009, he lived in New York City and San Francisco, but spent considerable time touring the U.S. and Europe. Kevin is a long-term resident of Tokyo, where he leads and composes for the improv collective nariiki, that's what we just heard, and post-rock jazz quintet nouon, and I'll be playing a song from that pretty soon. Kevin is also a founding member of both the Berlin-based North American Tonal Organization, and also known as NAtO, and Improlabo in Tokyo. 2012, he was chosen to compose music for a theatrical performance and short film to support the Tohoku earthquake survivors, thanks to a grant from the Japan Foundation. He also was a recipient of a 2015 Seattle for Culture Award to lead a collaborative project between Japanese and U.S. musicians. Besides jazz, piano, and accompanying, Kevin wrote the music and lyrics for a new children's musical, The Weirdest Kid I Know, which debuted in 2019. So Kevin's got his fingers in a lot of pies there, and he's doing a great job. All right, the next song I'd like to play is from his project, nouon. I hope I'm saying that right. And this group consists of vibraphone, keyboards, guitar, and drums, and sometimes they have special guests. So this is from nouon's album Coup, and features Hugh Lloyd on contrabass clarinet. This song is called Tsuyu. All right. That was Tsuyu by Kevin's band nouon. All right. Please check Kevin out at YouTube and his website, therealmchugh.com. And that's going to do it for us today. So please join me again next week at the same time and channel for great music. Remember, you can catch myself and Yuka Sato playing live at La Villa Lupacia and Sansui Niseko nightly. Thank you so much for listening to Into the Mystic.